Bro, picture this. A man in Dublin goes for a simple late night walk and never makes it home. Fast forward more than 2 whole years, like the news cycle moved on, the city went back to work. Everyone kind of forgot this case even existed. And then, boom, out of absolutely nowhere, authorities charge a man in his 40s with murder. Like, bro, this case didn't just update, it respawned right in the middle of real life. Perfect, wait, what? Energy to pull the audience in. Alright, bro, let's set the table here super simple, no nonsense. So, the man who never made it home that night. His name was Adnan Asic, 60 years old, living in Dublin. A quiet guy, kept to himself, did his own thing. Just a normal dude heading home late, probably thinking about heating up leftovers or scrolling TikTok in bed like the rest of us. And then on the other side of this story, we've got a 45-year-old man prosecutors say he's the one charged with murder in connection to what happened that night back in 2022. He appeared in court, lawyers, charges read, the whole serious vibe. We keep it clean and legal because YouTube loves when you behave. Nothing dramatic, nothing overcooked. Just two men, one late night walk, and a case that went quiet for way too long. Alright, bro, now we slide into the night everything went sideways. So it's Dublin, late, that classic. I should have brought a heavier jacket breeze going on. Adnan is heading home, minding his business, just doing a normal walk on a normal evening. Nothing dramatic, no weird build-up. Just city lights, quiet streets, and a 60-year-old man trying to get home. And then bam, something happens. Authorities call it an alleged attack. They never got graphic with the details, but investigators said Adnan suffered serious injuries and didn't survive. The vibes flip instantly. Like, bro, this is the type of story that reminds you Dublin at night has side quests nobody asked for. A simple walk home turns into a full-blown mystery. Bro, here's where the story goes full Ireland plot twists. After that night, the case doesn't blow up. It doesn't dominate headlines. It doesn't become some giant national conversation. No, it just vanishes. For more than 2 whole years, the investigation goes so quiet you'd swear it got lost behind the couch with your missing phone charger. Nothing public, no big updates, no arrests, no, here's what we found. Just pure undisturbed silence. And you already know the RWJ punchline. Bro, it's like the case went into hibernation mode. Gardy out here doing side quests we didn't even know existed. This is the part that messes with people's heads, because anytime a case goes dark for that long, you just assume the trail went cold or the files moved into that "we'll come back to it eventually" drawer. But nas, Ireland loves a good plot twist, and this one was still brewing. Alright bro, here's where the whole timeline jumps like someone hit the skip cutscene button. So after more than 2 full years of absolute silence, no updates, no suspects, no breadcrumb trail. Boom, news breaks. A 45-year-old man has just been charged with murder in connection to Adnan Asic's death. Out of nowhere. Like the case woke up, stretched and said, "Surprise, I'm back." Bro, the internet wasn't ready. Even Dublin wasn't ready. It felt like someone dropped the season 2 trailer for a show we all forgot we were watching. Authorities announce the charge. Media jumps on it. Everyone's suddenly talking again. And this is where your RWJ commentary hits perfectly. 2 years later and suddenly there's progress. Ireland's plot twists stay undefeated. It's the kind of twist that makes viewers go, "Oh, now we're cooking." Alright bro, now we step into the courtroom. And you already know the air in there is always heavy, like everyone forgot how to breathe at the same time. So the accused 45-year-old man gets brought into Dublin District Court. No dramatic music, no slow motion walk, but the vibe is serious. Prosecutors lay it out plainly. They say he's charged with the murder of Adnan Asic back in 2022 during what investigators describe as an alleged late-night attack. Everything is kept clean, formal, and legal friendly. No labels, no assumptions. just straight up charges. The judge listens, the lawyers do their lawyer things, and the accused gets remanded into custody pending the next hearing. Standard procedure. But with that, oh snap, this just got real energy. And this is where your RWJ sarcasm slides in perfectly. Bro, you know the charge is serious when the courtroom oxygen levels drop. Everyone suddenly acting like the walls have ears. It's official. The case is fully back in motion, and now everyone is asking the same question. Why now? So here's where the detective vibes go full tilt, bro. We've got the charge, we've got the court. But the biggest cliffhanger, why now? Like 2 years passed and then suddenly boom, charged. Was there a new witness? New evidence, maybe a camera, maybe DNA? Or did Gardy just decide to dust off the file and say, alright, let's roll? Here's what makes people lean in. Maybe old evidence got retested with newer tech. Maybe someone finally talked. Maybe the investigation never stopped, but only now did it become visible. And you bet your viewers will get the commentary. Bro, this is the part that makes the case heat up again. It's like the investigators found the secret level in a game and pressed unlock. Because, let's be honest, everyone loves a hidden piece was missing twist. And Ireland, it's got the flavor for it. No one's confirmed exactly what changed, but that uncertainty, that's the hook. It's the mini twist every 40 seconds your audience will say, hang on what? Alright bro, let's close this with that eerie, ironic sting that sticks in the viewer's head long after the video ends. So think about it. A 60-year-old man walks home on a regular Dublin night, nothing wild, nothing cinematic, and that's the moment fate decides to flip the whole script. Then the case goes quiet for more than 2 years, like it's been pushed into some digital archive. Nobody clicks anymore. And just when everyone thought the story was over, boom, a charge, a courtroom. The whole thing snaps back to life. But here's the twist nobody can shake. The city moved on. People forgot. New headlines came, new chaos happened, and Adnan's story got buried under everything else. Yet somewhere in the background, investigators were still piecing together a night most of Dublin had stopped thinking about. While the rest of us lived our lives, this case was quietly waiting for its moment to return. And the haunting part? It wasn't some dramatic clue or cinematic chase that brought it back. It was just time. Time moved, people talked, evidence aged, and eventually something hit alignment and the case resurfaced. Like bro, imagine living in a world where your story only reappears when the universe decides it's ready. The walk ended that night, but the case didn't. And now, everyone's watching again.